in this exam today. The Union Public Service Commission, UPSC, has conducted the preliminary exam, and I am hopeful that all of you must have done well. By the way, the question paper itself is of moderate level. What I found, there are a lot of views, many people are speaking many things, but I found it as a moderate level with very well balanced question pattern. In fact, you can see the number of questions from history around 16, 15, 16, geography 14, 15, economics you have around 14 questions, polity you have 16 questions, current affairs around 12, 13 questions, environment also the equally around 14, 13, 14 questions. There are convergence of few questions even in between. Convergence of questions in terms of geography and environment, geography and economics. There are questions even on science and technology and environment. There are some convergence. And if you look at the questions difficulty level of the questions, if you'll see, then you'll find out like it's a moderate one, a moderate level of difficulty you will find out here. So please remember one thing here, the question pattern as per the earlier whatever we have, the pattern was there. Based on that, the same pattern almost it is there, except few, the weightage area is highly synchronized and of moderate level. Okay, the difficulty level is moderate level. I will deal today first with geography part. पहले हम ज्योग्राफी का बात करेंगे जनरल स्टडीज में, and to my surprise, you got a lot of questions, current related themes, even energy, and you have on agriculture. We have questions on climatology, which is generally very common things. These are. So let me take one by one. So let's see. First question. This question of D series, question number 5 here of series D. Question is, consider the following fruits: papaya, pineapple, guava. How many of these above these were introduced in India by Portuguese in the 16th and 17th century? My friend, this is a part of history also. This question can be categorized in history section also. Also in geography, because weightage is more on agriculture nowadays, so we are looking at the history of these crops also, from where it is migrated, where it is originated. Then also we have discussed, so twice it was there, even in the history part, also in geography we have discussed. In the classroom we have discussed certain things on this, not about all these, but about papaya and guava I have discussed in the class. But pineapple they have asked here also. This is a very interesting thing. The answer here will be all these: papaya, pineapple and guava, all these introduced by these people, Portuguese people in 16th and 17th century. In fact, early 16th century and 17th century, guava was in 17th century mainly. So these are like the answer will be all the three. So C, Charlie will be the answer here. I hope you got it now. Next, let us look at this one. This question number 6 of section of your set D. Consider the following countries: United Kingdom, Denmark, New Zealand, Australia and Brazil. My friends, this question is very simple. An applied question this is. Most of us were well aware about the international date line. Most of us were well aware about the time zones, longitude, etc. But generally we don't look at carefully about this. How many time zones are there? Above this country have more than 4 time zones. इनमें से कौन सा कंट्री का more than 4 time zones का है? If you look at this, very carefully, see here, United Kingdom, the prime meridian passes through it, GMT line, as you know, that is passing through this. So it doesn't have much more deviation, 5 minutes of deviation from both sides you are having. So it has, in the UK country as such, if you'll see, in the mainland, there is no variation, there is only one time zone, but it has some dependent territory also. In total, if you look at the dependent territories, then there are 9. So this is one where you have this. So it has 9. Likewise, if you look at Denmark, if you see Denmark has around if you look at the territory you have totally, if you look at around 5 plus 1, 6 nearly 6 time zone you are having. Why I am saying? Because it has some dependent territories also. It has some dependent territories also. All these if you will take into consideration. New Zealand has very less. New Zealand, it has only 3 time zones. And Australia has, I think it is 5 time zones Australia has. And Brazil has 4 time zones. Now I'll show you in the map here how it is. You can see this, the map of the world, where you will find out this. You can look at here, Denmark. Denmark is in fact, this is Greenland. Greenland is a political part. It is a political territory of Denmark. So Denmark, here you have, this is 1 second, this is the 3 time zone is here itself. Another one is, here it is 4, and this is here Denmark proper. Proper Denmark, if you will see, only 1, but its dependent territory 4. 4 plus 1 is, that's why we have 5. Okay? And one more, which is again a dependent territory which we are talking about, 5 plus 1 was, which more than 4 is required, so it is there already. Now look at this side, Australia. Australia also has the more than 4, it has 4 time zones here, 4 plus, you see here, this is Eastern, Western, in Australia you have 4 plus 1, 5 time zones, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 5 time zones are there. These 5 time zones they are having, so we can say in this case, the answer will be what then? Brazil and Australia. Brazil has 4 time zones. Brazil, up you can see this. Brazil has some dependent area also. It's a 4 time zones. So Brazil has 4, Australia has 5, New Zealand has 3. Five, 4, 3. It has 9. And Denmark has how many? Denmark has 6, 5 plus 1. So if it is there, so how many are, question is how many of these above countries have more than 4 time zone? More than 4 is how many then? This one we are having, Brazil, more than 4, then this is 3. So C will be, Charlie will be the answer. Okay, in this way we can say that, well, these questions with ambiguity is there. Of course, applied oriented question this was, and many times we feel like, oh, how can we will able to memorize these things? हम कैसे इसको memorize करेंगे, कैसे इसको इतना याद हो पाएगा? But एक deep study on this will definitely give you greater insight. Look at now the next question. Next question is about your consider the following statement. Look at here. It is also applied question. And there in Siberia, आप अगर एटलास है ना, आप पहले देखो आप एटलास में, if you look at the world map, just right hand side of the Bering Strait, we have a place in Alaska known as Nome. Left hand side you will find out Andare in Siberia. These two places are almost nearby, but in between them there is international date line. So they are few kilometers from each other, it is true, but when people are waking up from getting set for the breakfast in the cities, it would be different days in that another one. Yes, because of international date line. When it is Monday in Andare, Tuesday in Nome. It is correct here. You can see here, this is Andare, this is Nome. Between you have the international date line. That's the cause, there is a change in the date. This is the question, very simple question. But if you haven't seen or haven't earlier, you haven't got these things earlier, then regarding the place location, you will have problem on appreciating this. Okay, let us see now. One more question here. This is about consider the following pairs of countries. Botswana. My friend, everybody knows that Botswana is known for what? Botswana is well known for? Botswana is known for diamond. It is, everybody knows this, that Botswana is known for diamond. Okay, and another one is you have Chile. Chile is well known for copper. Chile is known for copper. Chile is known for, of course, lithium also. Chile is known for lithium also. Okay, Botswana for which? Diamond. Chile is known for lithium, no doubt, and copper. Indonesia is known for nickel. Yes, all these three are correct here. All the three are correct here. C, Charlie will be the answer here because of this. Okay, let me tell you, Botswana diamond is one of the best quality in the world, and Chilean copper and lithium. Lithium is the great copper triangle which you have of South America. It passing through Chile. Indonesia nickel. Nickel is a very important metal. Indonesia is known for the world's largest reserve and now world's largest producer also. It is. Okay, next question we'll see now. Next question. So friend, this question number 10, where it's saying considering the following fields, region and the country. Some regions are very well known, very important, like as you know, that's the Mallorca. Mallorca is, in fact, it is in Spain. Balearic Island, capital, you know, Palma. Palma is the capital of this region, these provinces. So this is an island here. Nearby we have Mallorca. Mallorca is there. Normandy, I told you, this is in France, and Sardinia, it is in Italy. Sardinia in Italy. So in this way, it is completely wrong. So all these three, consider the following pair, and all the three are here wrongly given. All the three are, in fact, wrong here. So none will be the answer. None mean D, delta will be the answer. Okay. Now, here you see, consider the following countries: Bolivia, Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, Paraguay, Venezuela. If you see these countries, as all of us were well aware, we can see if this is South America here. Okay, if this is South America, you can see here that these regions, Andes Mountain is here. This is the Andes Mountain. See the countries here, which all countries are there. Definitely, if you look at the carefully these particular regions in the world map or somewhere, Bolivia is there, Brazil is not there. Brazil यहाँ से A से है, Brazil इधर है, ये Brazil है. Brazil is not there. Paraguay is here, so Paraguay is not there. Okay, Paraguay is this side, so Paraguay is not there. Venezuela is there. So Bolivia, Colombia, Ecuador, Venezuela. These are 1, 2, 3, 4. Only four. They are through this, you know, this is passing through Andes Mountain. Please, map study is very important. It shows, so world geography, you need to do some map study, atlas study is needed. This particular question shows these things. यही क्वेश्चन यही शो कर रहा है कि भाई थोड़ा मैप स्टडी चाहिए हमें, और ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. लुक एट अनदर मैप स्टडी रिलेटेड थिंग्स यू सी. Consider the following water bodies. Lake Tanganyika. Tanganyika, Africa में आपको पता है, Tanganyika is the deepest lake in Africa, second deepest in the world, and this particular lake is in fact bordering 4 countries in Africa: Democratic Republic of Congo, and you have Burundi. So in these countries, these regions, you have Tanganyika. Tanganyika lake is not the equator is not passing through this, but yes, nearby Tanganyika, another lake is there known as the circular shaped lake, if you remember, Lake Victoria, through which this is passing. So it is, again, this is water bodies through which how many of them it is equator passes. इसके through तो equator pass नहीं कर रहा है. Lake Tonle Sap, Southeast Asia में है, आपको पता होगा. Tonle Sap is largest lake in Southeast Asia, and this Tonle Sap in Cambodia, it is there. Cambodia, it is not passing through this Cambodia regions way. Patos Lagoon, this is in Brazil. All these three, ये तीनों को तीनों जो है, तीनों में कहीं पे भी इक्वेटर नहीं जाती है, तो नॉन विल बी द आंसर. डी डेल्टा विल बी द करेक्ट आंसर हियर. Okay, let me now look at this question. Consider the following statement about turmeric during the year 2023. Very interesting thing. Our minister several times even told about this. ट्रेड एंड कॉमर्स के रिलेटेड बहुत सारे इश्यूज आया था, न्यूज में आया था, करंट का भी ये बात है. आई होप यू पीपल आर मस्ट बी नोइंग अबाउट. इंडिया इज द लार्जेस्ट प्रोड्यूसर, यस, एंड एक्सपोर्टर ऑफ टर्मरिक, इसमें कोई डाउट नहीं है. यस इट इज. मोर देन 30 वेराइटीज, यस 30 वेराइटी से ज्यादा है जो इंडिया में ही कल्टिवेट होता है. महाराष्ट्र, तेलंगाना इज द लार्जेस्ट प्रोड्यूसर, देन महाराष्ट्र, देन कर्नाटका, देन तमिलनाडु, यस मेजर टर्मरिक प्रोड्यूसर दे आर. So these all the three statements are correct here. So D delta will be the answer here. Statements above which are correct is first, second and third. All these three are correct here, right? Now we'll see which of the following are the evidences of the phenomena of continental drift. The belt of ancient rock from Brazil coast matches with those of the western. Yes, it is there. In the jigs of it, evidences, shape it was given. On the another one is geological evidences. We have already seen this rock type similarity. I have discussed in the class also. ये हम लोगों ने क्लास में बढ़िया से डिस्कस किए थे और आपको पता भी होगा, बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स को पता ही होगा ये कि how there is an jigs of it, like how the part of Africa and South America, they are like complementary with each other. It shows like that. The gold deposits of Ghana are derived from the Brazil plateau when the two continents lay by side. Yes, it is. They were joined at earlier. Africa and South America were joined earlier. So it got splitted. And because of this, the Ghana, Gold Coast, Ghana, these regions you have gold, though nearby there is no gold bearing rock. Because earlier it was connected with the Brazilian, the upland regions or plateau regions, which is rich in gold. That's why the Gondwana system of sediments from India is known for having 6 different landmarks. Yes, it is there. It is. You will get in Madagascar. You will get this in Antarctica. You will get this again in your Falkland Island. Okay, part of Australia also. So in southern part you have so many areas where you have these Gondwana system sediments are there. So all the three C Charlie 65 C Charlie will be the correct answer here. Let me now go for this. Consider the following statement. Statement 1 is the amount of dust particles in the atmosphere is more in subtropical and temperate areas than in the equatorial and polar regions. Now the question of climatology this is. So we can say very interestingly that this particular statement about your dust particles and all, if you'll see, this statement is correct here. Subtropical and temperate areas have less dry winds. No. Subtropical and temperate regions have more dry winds. Subtropical high pressure region, you know it. Deserts are there. They are dry winds and have more dry winds. So, and temperature also dry wind is there. Comparatively less dry, but there are dry wind on the following correct. So, yes, second statement galat hai. First statement is correct. Dust particles in the atmosphere is more in subtropical and temperate areas than in the equatorial regions and polar regions. It is true. Okay. So, ये जो statement होगा, statement जो होगा, statement first is correct, but second is not correct. It is correct here. This is C Charlie. Then answer 67. Question number next we'll go for this. Consider the following statement. In January, in the northern hemisphere, the isotherm bend equator ward while crossing the land masses and the pole ward while crossing the ocean. This is given in your NCERT book. This is many times I did discuss in the class also in climatology as well as in oceanography. दोनों में हमने डिस्कस किया हुआ है. मैप बना के कैसे जाते हैं बताया भी था क्लास में. If you have attended my classes, must be knowing. My friend, it is primarily because of the differential heating and cooling of the continent and the ocean. And yes, it is true that January में क्या होता है ये? In January, the air above the ocean is warmer than that of the land masses. Land masses are cooled, and the warm air is there above the ocean. And this is what is here now. This is the major cause even for this in northern hemisphere. Which one of the following is correct in this way? So if you look at the correctness of this one, so both statement 1 and 2 are correct. Correct explanation statement second is correct. Yes, it is correct. यही explanation भी है ये. It is correct here. Okay. There should not be any ambiguity on this. इतना simple question है ये. बहुत ही simple question है ये. Now, in the context of effects of water on rock, chalk is known as very permeable rock, whereas clay is known as quite an impermeable or least permeable rocks. Isn't it? So, okay, or least permeable rock. आपको सबको पता है, all of us were well aware about this, that water on the rock chalk is known as very permeable, porous and permeable chalk. इसीलिए पानी में डालो dissolve कर जाता है. Whereas clay is known as quite an impermeable. Yes, because clay is impermeable. It is porous but impermeable. Please remember, because of which you can store water in this, clay pot, and it became cold during the summer. Summer में ठंडा रहता है मटका का पानी, क्यों? यही तो major cause है. So this is here is correct here. Chalk is porous and hence can absorb water. Yes, it is. It is porous, so it can hold more water also. But not permeable जो होता है. Chalk is porous and permeable. Porous है, इसलिए पानी ज़्यादा रख सकता है. Correct है. Clay is not at all porous. Clay is porous but not permeable. Please remember. So in this way, if you look at the answer for this will be, the 68 question will be C Charlie, only one of the statement is, second and third is correct, and that explain the statement. Yes, it is one. Second और third में एक ही आंसर है, एक ही correct है, और ये explanation भी दे रहा है इसको. It is correct here. Okay. ये आपने फिजिक्स में ही पढ़ा होगा, जनरल साइंस में, क्लास 9th में, क्लास 7th में, ये सब पढ़े होंगे, आपको याद होगा. Okay, coming to this one now. Consider the following statement. Scientific studies suggest that a shift is taking place in the earth rotation and axis. ये कहां से आ गया ये क्वेश्चन? 68 के बाद 69 question number, next one you can see here, 69 number question number 69 you can see. You will find out here, without the atmosphere, temperature would be well below freezing point everywhere on the earth's surface. Without atmosphere क्या होगा? Radiation हो जाएगा सब. It will not be trapped, so it is correct. Heat absorbed and trapped by the atmosphere maintain the planet average. Yes, it is. Because of that, the envelope of the atmosphere, air of the envelope of this one is responsible for this maintaining this temperature, my friend. You have seen these things, troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere, exosphere, all these one by one, what their role we have discussed in the class, you might be knowing about. Atmosphere gases like carbon dioxide are particularly good absorbing and trapping the radiation. Yes. And this is the cause, that for that reason only, it is maintaining the global temperature. I hope you have studied these things during the discussion of heat budget and all we have already discussed. And please do remember, this is very important. So all this is correct here. So 69, answer will be for 69 will be C Charlie, first, second and third. All these three statements are correct here. 70. Consider the following statement about Rashtriya Gokul Mission. It is part of current affairs also. But because in geography we are discussing all these things, it is important for the upliftment of rural poor as a measure of producing indigenous animals and small and marginal farmers, landless laborers. Yes, it is correct. 100%. Absolutely correct it is. Absolutely correct. Second, it was initiated to promote indigenous cattle and buffalo rearing and conservation in a scientific and holistic manner. Yes, absolutely correct. यही तो मेजर ऑब्जेक्टिव है. आप अगर क्लास किए होंगे, मैंने इनफैक्ट आई हैव शोन यू द गोकुल मिशन इन डिटेल, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया वॉट एवर इट हैज गिवन, इट इज क्लियरली मेंशन अबाउट दीज थिंग्स. बोथ आर करेक्ट हियर एंड सी चार्ली विल बी द आंसर. ओके, नाउ हियर इज वन मोर क्वेश्चन, दो इट इज इन द पार्ट ऑफ एनवायरमेंट एज वेल एज इन द पार्ट ऑफ ज्योग्राफी. Okay, this is also science tech also we are talking about this. With reference to the planet Earth, consider the following statement. Rainforest produces more oxygen than that of produced by the ocean. Now, rainforest, please remember one thing, produce oxygen more than the produced by the ocean. No, ocean produce more. Ocean produce more. ओशियन में जो फाइटोप्लैंक्टन है, एल्गी है, फाइटोप्लैंक्टन, दे प्रोड्यूस मोर 50 to 80%, 50% से ज्यादा तक. ओके, द ऑक्सीजन इज बाय देम. सो फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज रॉन्ग हियर. ओके, marine phytoplankton and photosynthetic bacteria produces about 50% of world oxygen. Yes, more than 50%. They produce. It is absolutely correct. Second statement is correct. Well oxygenated surface water contains several fold higher oxygen than that of atmospheric air. No, एटमोस्फेरिक एयर से ये आप याद रखें, नीचे 23% तक मैक्सिमम रहेगा, ऊपर जो है ना एटमोस्फेयर पे ही ज्यादा रहते हैं. यू प्लीज रिमेंबर दिस इज व्हाट वेल ऑक्सीजनेटेड सरफेस वाटर कंटेंट सेवरल फुल हायर. नो, इट इज रॉन्ग. एटमोस्फेरिक एयर में ऑक्सीजन ज्यादा होगा लोअर एटमोस्फेयर में. सो द सेकंड स्टेटमेंट is the only statement which is correct. So B will be the correct answer here. So these are certain things, my friend. You please remember, based on the discussion which you had now, I just tried to give you some idea about geography. It was very simple paper, very they didn't give more importance towards your geography of India, economic geography. बहुत सारी जगह पे ज्यादातर स्ट्रेस नहीं दिया है. Only the major theme they have taken up here is about mostly about the world geography and current related themes, environment, energy sector. So there is a bit shift, little bit shift in the focus on this. I hope you must have done well. So please check these answers, and my best wishes to all of you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So science and political. Complete. Objection question.
तो उसका मतलब रिकॉर्डिंग